Hello, and welcome back to Laying It Out. I'm Chelsea Pockets.
And I'm Scotti Dempsey.
And we have a little catch-up episode. I think if listeners have noticed, we've been releasing every 3 weeks now.
Ish.
No, this one should come out Friday, and that'll be every 3 weeks. We will be on track with that. That was accidental, but we have busy lives, and there's not too much Frisbee going on right now, so you don't really need a Frisbee lifestyle podcast every other week. Once the season picks up, there will be more content. But we had our layout adventure last time. Now we're just going to do a little catch up. There's been some big things happening in our lives. I tried out for a PUL team. I've been doing some guest coaching. Scotti, you've been doing some work over at Ultiworld.
I've been doing more work at Ultiworld, which has it's been fun. And we'll get into that.
But yeah, it's exciting. Well, do you want to go first? Should I go first?
I can go first, since I guess we'll kind of split it up. This might be a kind of pockets heavy episode because I just have not been playing much Frisbee this winter. I've been going to the gym, and I think it's been good to be like taking a break from playing Frisbee. And also, I apologize, I was sick last week, and I thought I was going to die, and it could have very much been just a common cold. But I lost my voice over the weekend. It was very fun and very sexy for everyone involved. But anyway, here I am now, alive and talking. So as far as my new position at Ultiworld, I was asked and accepted to be the D3 women's editor. I'm super excited, just because I'm actually better at those types of people management roles than actually writing. I will definitely get to write a lot, but it's kind of nice to work even closer with Mike Ball because we love him, and just be more of a personality in the D3 space. I know when we were both playing D3 women's, it was just we just kind of were religiously reading the Ultiword articles to see if they maybe shouted us out. And now, speaking from my personal experience, it's really, really hard to find, details on teams and who's who and players to watch. And then I'm up late writing things, and I'm writing articles riddled with spelling errors. So oopsie, already got a nice email you spelled my name wrong in this article. Can you fix it? And I was like, yes, I'm sorry that I did that. So we released the D3 primer. That was really exciting. And my contact will be under any articles that I write on Ultiworld, as well as this podcast. And please, D3 women's teams, please reach out to me. I make a conscious effort to not use Twitter for my own personal mental health. I really do not like being on Ultimate Twitter, and I found that even keeping up with teams for just scores, and since half the teams, Lehigh included, have nicknames, and it's Puppets shoots it deep to sock, and that brings the score to 7-2 bad guys, and it's I don't know what's going on. And USA is pretty bad at score reporting, so honestly, don't be a stranger. Reach out. Tell me what's new, what's happening, who should I be looking at. Tell me why you're going to make nationals, why you're going to suddenly, break the mold. I would love to hear all of it. And I've got a really great crew of writers working with me. So yeah, it'll be really exciting. And, the only way to bring more coverage to D3 is to start in one place. And we're just doing the best we can. So please just help us out. It'd be great.
Yeah, I will double down on the I know Scotti said she's not on Twitter. I am religiously on Twitter. So if that is your main source of just sharing information, if you want to brag about your team and it comes across my Twitter feed, I will send it over to Scotti if I feel like it's important enough. Also, I remember Lubes mentioned this when he was coaching us in college. He's like, I wonder if the D3 editors would be interested in tournament recaps from my perspective. And now that I am thinking of that, I'm like, that would actually be amazing. I think coaches would love to give updates, and they also look at things from a just different perspective than players do. And also I could feel like some captains might not want to like gloat about themselves, but they deserve some of that attention. So yeah, send anything Scotty's way. It's only going to make the reporting better. This is D3 Ultimate. This is not like the NBA. We cannot be on the court watching what every single team is doing. So
yeah,
she's doing her best.
Yeah, there's like so much less like stat collecting and honestly just like eyes on the field. And I will say, I'll just double down on what you were saying about Lube's writing about coaching. I could send him a text. Honestly, I would honestly love something like that from him. One of the writers that I'm working with is actually the coach of Brandeis' women's team, Banshee. And we had a pretty long conversation about like him writing an unbiased article. And I was like, well, I'm biased too, you know, like we all are a little bit. But I mean, it's sports, and like you can, even some of the best like sports reporters, like with the NBA, for example, like are very biased, and like that's okay, as long as you keep that in check. And I was also saying for like coaches, if you're watching the other team play, like you're probably getting the most like eyes on the field experience than like I would be as just a reporter at a tournament. Because I spent all of nationals running between 4 pools trying to watch 16 games at once, and it was insane. And I didn't really get a good idea of who was who until like the 3rd day of nationals, if they weren't teams that I already knew. And I was saying, like, if you as a coach are watching, you're watching every single play, you're watching, like, you know, your players, and you're telling like your best defender to mark up on someone, tell me who you are telling your defenders to guard. Like, who are the threats on the other team? Like, you actually have a better idea of those types of nitty gritties than even I would. And tell me, you know, like, give credit where credit's due. If someone's a really, really tough person to cover, absolutely someone to keep an eye on, even if it's to the detriment of your own team, you know. And I think that's like anyone that like really works in D3 Ultimate is totally going to be down with that, because that's what we're all here for.
Yeah, no, please reach out. You mentioned it before, and then the nicknames issue, and it made me think of this tweet that Kyle posted. Sorry, Kyle, for shouting you out. Imagine if NFL teams posted score updates like Frisbee teams did. It would be so cool to see the Bengals post like, forgot to post update, but spider connects to applesauce for game. I don't know the score.
I don't know the score. That's the best part about stalking teams' Twitters is you're like, no one knows who won.
Also, like, the amount of times, even on Club, it's like, whoops, forgot to tweet. I think it's this.
Yeah, but I don't write about Club, so I don't care. That's the difference.
Just like team Twitters in general. Sometimes it's so organized. And then also, like, sometimes it's just score updates, which is fine. Sometimes it's like funny little bits, which I love. But it's chaotic. Also, like, sometimes I'll follow a team. Like, there's some college teams I follow because I know some of their players, or I played them in college. But then when it comes to game day, I'm like, mute. I don't need all of this on my feed right now. But
yeah. So that's my fun little update. Yeah, reach out, hit us up. I do still sometimes look at the laying it out Twitter. We're reachable as a conglomerate, and if you prefer Twitter, you can always tweet at us, and Pockets will let me know, and I will open the browser Twitter that I'm logged into on my phone and take a look.
I'm a little addicted, but that's okay. I feel I can, maybe I don't know. My heart's so cold already. I was on Tumblr from a young age. I've seen some shit. Yeah. Final jump to reach out to Scotty, please, because there were also some talks on the internet community where it's like, man, I wish All Too World did more, and it's like they need the information, because Scotty's not getting flown out to all these tournaments to report on them. Oh wait, if you could, like, if people want to bust out their phone and like record and live stream stuff, that's cool too.
Yeah, I love a good video. I love to link stuff like that in articles. So please send me highlights. But only if you're a D3 woman. I don't care about men.
Send that to Mike. Send it to Mike. He's also on Twitter too much. Tweeting about the Lakers. Everything I've learned about the Lakers has been against my will.
And it's been from Mike Ball.
It's like, damn, they really need a center right now or something.
Oh, Michael. We love him so.
All right, moving on. We love D3. My updates have been more playing Frisbee related, but I tried out for a PUL team a few weeks ago. What is this? This is late February, and it was like the first weekend in February. So I tried out for Philly Surge. It was a lot of fun. My feelings going into it, I thought I was going to vomit. I was so incredibly nervous. I did send a tweet out that was like, yo, any advice for someone that's about to try out for a professional ultimate team for the first time and is about to shit their pants just thinking about it? Didn't say those exact words. But I got a lot of nice responses. So shout out. You did.
I did scroll through those. They were really nice and thoughtful.
Shout out to the Ultimate Frisbee Twitter community for being nice to me. I wanted to shout out like some of the main messages that I saw just for like people that are going to be like me in a year and maybe they weren't brave enough to do it this year, but they want to try it next year. The main advice I saw is don't try anything like you don't have. Play your game. So I don't have break throws. I didn't try and throw any break throws because it was going to make me look like shit. I do have a flick hook, though, so I tried to do that whenever appropriate. Additional advice from what I saw is if you have something or you think you have something and it's just not working that day, just give it up. Don't keep trying to huck it into the end zone if it hasn't been successful the first 15 times. Just something I saw. Two, most of the people there are also just as nervous as you are. There were like 115 people at the Surge tryouts. They also had to move it to a new day because Saturday was going to be like 20 degrees. So there probably would have even been a few more people that just couldn't make it on Sunday. So like there are so many people there. There were so many people that I hadn't seen before. I had no idea what their skill level was going to be, what their confidence was. So I just kind of was like, all right, everyone's in the same mindset as me. We're all confused. We all don't know what's going on. We're just here to have a good time. 3, remember that the scouts are looking at off-field skills as well. So just being a good teammate, making those up calls, talking on the sideline, high-fiving people. Even if you're a little shy, just like try and get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And the worst thing that happens is like, I don't know, people are like, who is this? What is she saying? And then they forget your face because they've seen like tens of other faces that day. And then the last thing I saw was just think of it as a practice opportunity. So I got lunch with our friend Nut afterwards because she lives like right near the fields. And she and I had been texting up to it. And it's just like, hey, we're just going for pickup. We're just going for like another little practice opportunity just to try and ease our mind about it. Just like go out and have fun. So that was all advice that I got. Genuinely, even if you think you have no shot at even making like the first round of cuts, just go out. Unless you're like in zero amount of shape, like you haven't run in months, then you should go out and play. Because there's no harm in just getting out there and getting the experience in.
My excuse for not going to Gridlock tryouts was 1, I forgot, and 2, I had to go to Jersey.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a car.
No, even I didn't go to Gridlock tryouts because it was like the week before and I was like, oh, I'm still nervous. I need another week of preparation. But that week did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I was just trying to find ways to talk myself out of it.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
So that's the only regret I have about the experience is that I didn't also try out for Gridlock. Because they're like equidistant from me where I am in New Jersey. So it would have made no difference. But yeah, it was super fun to be there. Spoiler alert, I got cut immediately. I say that not immediately. They didn't like. I left the field and then they called me up and were like, you suck.
Please don't come back here."
But they said they were going to announce the first round of cuts Tuesday night. And then I got an email at 10 a.m. on Tuesday that was like, sorry. So I took that as, ooh, I was an easy out.
So, we laughed through the pain.
Well, I wasn't trying out for a roster spot. I'll put that out there. I was like hoping a small part of me for a practice player spot because that would be super fucking cool to go to those practices. That would really amp up your level. But yeah, Dre, I forget her last name, but Dre, who's played for AMP in the past, she started it off. She's the general manager. She's like, I'm going to keep the surge jokes to a minimum, but we're really like ramping up here. And she did all this like goofy little speech to get it going. And I thought that was cute.
That
Just
is
a few
cute.
puns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was super fun. I would recommend if you can try out. It always also felt like a big family reunion almost because I saw a bunch of people from like the Philly Pata scene that I hadn't seen in a few months just from moving to New Jersey, and it was really nice. It was good to see them.
That's great.
Yeah,
I'm glad you.
I also I turned into a giant. I don't know if anyone saw on Twitter. The New Jersey folks that went, we took a photo. Just of all of us going. And because of the angle I'm standing at, and I'm also standing next to like our shortest player, I look fucking huge. I look like I'm like 6'5". And so Lina posted the photo and was like, for every 10 likes, Pockets will get even larger. And I ended up turning into like Galactus.
I did. You did send me that so I could like it. So that way you could get larger.
That is my GroupMe photo now.
Good.
But yeah, that was PUL. The second Frisbee update for me, as we know, I coached UPenn last year. Unfortunately, I'm not able to coach because I am an hour and a half drive away now in my new apartment. But I have been doing these guest coaching opportunities. So the coach of the Princeton women's team, I believe they were Clockwork when we played them, but now they're Hemlock. So they did a little rebrand. So their coach reached out to a bunch of club players in the area and was like, hey, would anyone want to do this guest coaching opportunity? So we went to their second practice ever of the season. Basically, some of us did some one-on-one throwing with some of the newer, like super brand new players. The others led drills with more of the returners. We got involved in the drills, just helping like move things along. And then at the end, we scrimmaged with them. And then we did 1 point against like all of their vets where we scrimmaged against them just to kind of show like what it could look like, what level you could reach. And it was a lot of fun. And their coach, if anyone knows, Judy Jarvis, coach of Exist as well. She's really awesome. I met her for the first time and I already love her.
I think she coaches Gridlock too.
She might. I believe so.
I think I met her at the Gridlock game I went to, and she was really cool.
Yeah, no, she's super cool. But she reached out again for another guest coaching opportunity. So I've been doing that because I'm a little far. It is like still a 40-minute drive to Princeton from where I live, but it's nice to like get to go out there. But I wanted to shout this one out, just like how you shouted out, hey, please tell me about D3 Ultimate. I know from experience that coaching Ultimate full-time can be a large commitment, but if you have maybe 1 week every month that you can commit to a team, maybe just reach out and be like, hey, do you want like a high-level player? I'm not a high-level player. A higher-level player to come out, help with some drills, help scrimmage. I think that's a good opportunity because also sometimes, like, let's say it's a bottom heavy, like younger team with a smaller senior class. Those seniors might not get as many reps against some like club level players. So that's also just good practice for them too. And it's fun. It's fun to go back to college ultimate and relive a little bit of it.
What do you think I'm doing?
Well, you're writing it. You're writing it. I don't know how to write. I can barely read.
I love college ultimate.
But no, it's been a lot of fun. So I will shout that out to people. Please help ultimate in general. I know we're super volunteer heavy, but do whatever is in your means. So guest coaching once a month for me, super easy. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. I think that that's like such a good medium to be in, because I know you were saying like coaching takes up so much time. It took up so much time past tense when you were coaching UPenn as much as you loved it. And like I know my boyfriend coaches Columbia, and he's going to be moving shortly away from, like, he used to have like a 25-minute commute to Columbia, and now it's going to be like an hour. And it's like, damn, like it's 2 nights a week plus all weekend on tournament weekends, like plus a lot of like meetings and like administrative stuff, like putting together playbooks. And it's just like, I mean, he's really into it also. I don't know if that's like what you had involved, but like, yeah, I mean, sure, even like dividing up the work between like volunteer or guest coaches, like just to bring in a new perspective or some new tool set, like then you can kind of standardize like a training kit across the board and like, put something together that more people can rely on and save time for them.
Yeah. No, Judy planned everything. She was like, hey, these are the 3 drills we're going to do. You 2 lead this, you 2 lead that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but once you're in that drill, like you can give whatever knowledge you have on it. You can stop and slow things down if needed. You can make little adjustments. So that was really nice. Instead of trying to come up with 3 practices for a week, I just had 1 drill to focus on and figure out the best way to teach it to new players. That was fun. Yeah. All right. Well, those were our main Frisbee updates. I know you said you haven't been doing a lot of Frisbee, but you are in Winter League, right? You're doing something.
I am in Winter League. I've only gone to 1 game so far because I've just been away a lot. And then one week it was 10 degrees out and I was like, I don't ski if it's under 10 degrees. So I don't think I want to play Ultimate if it's under 10 degrees. So I stayed in bed and played Minecraft for 8 hours. And my boyfriend went and played Winter League in the cold. So I'm glad he had fun. I also did, but I was warm. So I am playing, and I also signed up for a Lunar New Year hat tournament, like super retroactive Lunar New Year, but that's actually next Sunday. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to go to Winter League. I am going to start going to Gulty again on Wednesdays. I just need to like not be sick and not want to sit on my couch.
The hardest part is getting there. And then once you're there, you're going to have a good time.
You're so right. Yeah, it is like a long bus ride.
Yeah. Also, you being in New York City everywhere is hard to get to. Whereas, well, I mean, I still have to drive 45 minutes to get to league, but I found someone to carpool with now, so it makes it less difficult.
Yeah, I think I've got a friend roped into going to Gulty with me. I think now we just need to hold each other accountable. So yeah, we'll be doing that again soon because I love Gulty and I love those people too. So. No worries. I'll be back in ripping shape for. Me and my boyfriend said we want to get really good at Frisbee over like the winter as a bit, and then like come back to club season and have everyone be like, "Wait, wow, you're really good." And we'll be like, "Hee hee." It's like, yeah, it's because we did it for the bit, but like it can't be a bit if we don't actually do it. So. I'm trying to put in some like reps like in the gym and so I don't like burn myself out, honestly.
No, reps in the gym are also good so that then your knees don't hurt later in the season.
Yeah. And also trying to like strengthen my shoulder because I was going to PT for it and then I stopped going to PT for it because I like forgot to keep scheduling appointments and then life happened and now here I am. So being an adult is so fun, isn't it?
Yeah. You have like, I feel like you have like a week of, I've been so good. And then you move forward and then it's you want to hear something crazy that I've seen on TikTok, and I know TikTok is the worst thing for me to consume on a daily basis, but it was like, I guess, so we have our menstrual cycle, and it was saying like we should work out in tune with that, because like 1 week, I don't know what the cycle names are, but they go in weeks. There's like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 week you're going to have more energy, so you should be doing these types of workouts. And 1 week you're going to feel lower and you should be doing this type of workout and stuff. And I haven't done any research into it at all besides viewing some woman's TikTok page. But like, I feel like that's part of the issue, at least from what you're describing. Because I know some weeks I feel super energetic and I could like, I don't know, do whatever. I could kill a man. I could do whatever I wanted.
I could conquer the world with my hand tied behind my back.
And then there's other weeks where I want to die and just like eat jalapeno chips. Sponge and I got a Costco membership. It's been bad.
Oh.
But I should maybe look into that or just whatever. But also my new carpool buddy, he is so energetic and so into Frisbee. So yesterday was President's Day. He had off. Sunday, we went to pick up together in Philly. Then he did another pickup game later that day. Then he did Monday morning pickup. And then we had league Monday night at 9:30 p.m.
I don't like Frisbee that much.
And at the end of league, he's like, I'm kind of tired. I'm like, yeah, you played 4 games of Ultimate Frisbee in like the span of 48 hours.
That's insane.
I guess we do more than that on a tournament day, but it's February.
And that's so much, like at least all the tournament games are like in the same place.
Yeah, and you're not playing like half the points. We also, speaking of you not going to Winter League, McCuddle has hit the point of the season where people's attendance is not as good. Usually happens towards the middle, and then towards playoffs they increase again. But yeah, we only had half of our woman matching players last night, which is 2. We had 2 of us.
Damn.
So
no
playing.
Subs?
No. So we're a 3-1 indoor league.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So just and hockey style subbing with the indoor league. So that's a little bit better for the tiredness of it, because as soon as that point, as soon as you have your offensive possession, I just high five out when I need that break.
Nice.
So, and we won. So, well, it also helped that the other team also only had 2 women matching players, and they had a game beforehand, so that contributed to it.
Nice.
But yeah, no, Winter League Blues. Does New York City do a lot of indoor stuff, or are you all outdoor? No.
Oh man, they've been doing a beach ultimate like meetup in some like sand place in Queens, and I want to go so bad, but like I know that there's like a long wait list for signups, and I hint at the subs only don't feel like joining the GroupMe because I hate using GroupMe. So that's really the only indoor thing I can think of. Everything else is pretty outside. Yeah. Like no, we haven't had any snow and everything's like on turf, so it's not awful, but definitely the mental effort of being like, is it gonna be windy? Because like it's one of the parks that we play on. Actually, both of the main parks I play on are like on the river, so you get a lot of like wind from the rivers, and like the mental energy of sitting on the subway all the way up into the last stop in Harlem on the local train, and it's like it's so far because I'm warm on my couch, but I will be better.
Something my new carpool buddy has also told me is you just have to do 5 minutes a day. Because if you go to the gym for 5 minutes, it's really easy for me to do because it's 1 floor below me in my apartment. But if you go for 5 minutes, you're probably going to end up staying for at least 30 and doing something. So I'm trying to adopt that mentality. We did it this last year where we did like our goals. And then at the end of the club season, it was like, haha, we didn't meet our goals.
We didn't do any of them.
We did like 50 to 75%. But I mean, something else I've learned is when you move in with your significant other, it's so tempting to just sit on the couch and eat chips and watch TV. So I also have to fight that.
That's how I feel living with my roommate. She comes home from work and is like, do you want to drink wine and watch Vanderpump Rules? And I'm like, yeah, I really do. I can simply cancel whatever else I was going to do because I didn't RSVP to Goldie anyway, just in case you'd ask me. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. I need someone to like drag me by my feet to Goldie. That's what my boyfriend does, you see. It's my roommate who is the problem.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
So, right, well, yeah, I was gonna say that's all we got for this one.
That's all we got. A little chit-chat episode. Scotti briefly hinted at it, but for the subs only, we're going to discuss GroupMe dynamics and also why you should just not use GroupMe.
I hate GroupMe.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, we don't like GroupMe. But yeah, if you want to hear why, or if you want a convincing, like 10-minute sound bit for why your team should switch over to Slack or Discord, direct them towards the subs only.
Join us in the PS zone. For the main episode, I've been Scotty Dempsey.
I've been Chelsea Pockets.
And we'll catch you on the flip.
Hello and welcome back to Laying It Out. I am Chelsea Pockets. Is it Laying It Out? Did I say our name wrong?
It's Laying It Out.
Can we redo that?
Yes.
Oh my God. I don't know why I thought it was Laying Out. Okay. I'm having a good day. All right.